If you're a Freeway fan, we're just east of the 405. One of the modern jewels of the NFL. Beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Third and final of the games today, this Wild Card Sunday. It might be the best of the bunch. And off we go on EA Sports. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Right to the air from the 30 on the first play. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Here's a handoff to Moss. And he's going to be very close to a 1st down. It's a good run there. Maybe just a couple of feet short.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry yet.
And he's going to be brought down behind the line. This defense fired up to start the game. It's 4th down.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking 1st down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
Nick's gonna throw for it. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in. That might make this a 1st down. From the shotgun, here's Nix. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Now, a 2nd down throw for Nix. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Working out of the gun, it's Nix. That one caught Devon Valen. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the 1st down. On 4th down, here's Nix. And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on downs.
So the offense found themselves in a little bit of no man's land. They were too far for a field goal attempt, but too close to attempt a punt. So they decided to be aggressive early and go for it on 4th down. But it was the defense that turned them away with a huge stop to start this game.
And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Now the first carry for King Henry. And he will take this down close to a 1st down. Pickup of 9. They've got him a yard short of the sticks.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. On play action now, Herbert. Open man is the tight end, Disley. And he will get into the end zone. Will Disley. Touchdown, Los Angeles. What a job to finish the play with a touchdown. The catch and carry, and the carry part, Greg, that was the most impressive there.
Well, you said it, Mike. The catch was nice, but it's what can you do after the catch that really separates guys in this league. And in this case, he did plenty because it ended up in a touchdown.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Nix to throw. And this one is caught, but the momentum, that'll take him out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Could not get himself turned upfield.
Well, that was a nice looking grab. Really nice footwork there on the sideline to stay in bounds, but after all that, it's still not going to result in very much.
On the handoff, this is Moss. And that will get him back on schedule. Good pickup, 7, sets up 3rd and 3. Throwing, Nix. Left side, that's complete, it's Sutton. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that first down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Back to throw is Nix. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
Little backyard football here by the quarterback. It looked like he was running around the playground in his early days. The disruption of the timing early was the key, and from that point on, him and his receiver just unable to get on the same page.
3rd and 9. Nix from the gun on 3rd down. Downfield, got a man, and he's got it. And he is out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. Nix now to throw it here on 1st down. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just...
nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Now Nick's going to look to throw. A quick throw. That's complete on the slant. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down. On 4th down, the veteran Will Lutz for the Broncos field goal. That one is good. And the Broncos are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They face 2nd down and 7. They fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Off he goes.
That's just great awareness there, Mike. He's looking downfield. He doesn't see anything, but he is locked in to get that first down. He tucks it, becomes a runner, and gets past the marker.
They'll run it on 1st down with Henry. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's a 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Herbert. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Broncos will have great field position right around midfield.
I would love to see his weapons do a better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through, and yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but the rest of this supporting unit needs to do a better job helping.
On 1st down, here's Nix to throw. He'll get this complete. It's Moss. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
A 1st down throw for Nix. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. A gain there of 10 yards. 1st down, Broncos.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
Mike, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. The easiest down to throw the ball in the NFL is 1st down. I hate when teams wait till later in the possession to throw the ball. So early 1st down completion, you're on the plus side of the field. Now you're thinking strike, touchdown, field goal. But either way, I'm coming away with points.
And And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
This pains me to say, Mike, because I love the idea of feeding the tight end, but you can only go his way so many times if it's not going to result in positive outcomes. So wouldn't be surprised to see him try to get his backs, his wide receivers, get some other guys involved, and then later in the game, go back to his big tight end.
He'll give up the middle to Moss. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Third and goal. Mims sent in motion here. Throwing here on 3rd and goal. And he'll take it on in. Marvin Mims. Touchdown, Denver. Will Lutz now for the PAT. He knocks it through. The Broncos are on top. It's now 10-7. So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. On the give, here's Henry. And a good run there to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll go again here with Henry. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
Herbert looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a 1st down.
And the charge here is 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Now a timeout Chargers here. That's their 2nd, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
Here's 3rd and 7. Putting the tight end in motion. Throwing is Herbert on 3rd down. He's got the open man. That's McConkey. His first catch of the wild card game, and good for a 1st down.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. The Chargers going to use their third and final timeout. Clock will stop with 33 seconds to go until halftime. Herbert now on first down. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Broncos are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll keep it on the ground here again. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. One more time. They'll keep it on the ground. And a spirited run there, somehow managing to gain a couple of yards. So we are at halftime here in the AFC wildcard matchup as we send you back east to sunny Florida. Standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report, it's the coach, Jonathan Coachman. Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. One team advances. One team's season ends here. Second half underway in the AFC wildcard game. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Pistol give to Henry. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They're going to go right back to Henry. A gain there of 15. And the Chargers have the 1st down.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset. But as always, there's the exception to every rule.
And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there, but now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble 2nd reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
He'll try and get there on the ground. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a 1st down.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up 1st down.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
On 1st down, Herbert. And the rush too strong. They're in there in a flash for the sack.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
They send him right out of the slot. On play action, it's Herbert. The pressure gets there again, and again he goes down.
Just can't seem to get anything going on every ensuing snap. They just continue to go backwards and backwards and backwards. They've got to find a way on first and second down to stay ahead of the chains so third down is not so daunting.
Johnston motioning over. And that is incomplete.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on fourth down. They'll go for it. It's Herbert. That's caught! And he's going to have the Chargers first down on what will be a big play there on fourth and long. They'll work straight ahead with Henry. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
Second down and 3. Now, Herbert. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive. And what once looked like a promising drive, following that sack, looks a little bit different now.
And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield, so that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
Dicker's kick is good. And the Chargers will level the score at 10 apiece.
So touchdowns are always the primary goal of every drive. But when you find yourself down 3 here in the second half, you've just got to find a way to tie the game up. And they were able to do that here.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. A run with Moss to begin the drive. Here's second and 9. Another try with Moss. And he's going to lose yardage here. That's the way. The crowd making their presence felt. This is third down. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down. Like living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Nick's gonna throw for it. That's caught left side by Pitts.
So the key to this play is when you're going to play pass coverage and you're going to drop in depth, you have to understand if the quarterback drops the ball off short, you need to rally tackle. You need to limit the run after the catch. Don't let that receiver pick up the first down. That's exactly what this defense was able to do in this situation. Tackle him short of the chains, force the turnover on downs.
Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
On the ground, here's Henry. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
That's a heck of a run right here, Mike. Tie game, fourth quarter. Everything's on the line. Can you win in the trenches? Can the threat of that run continue to balance off the pass? And that's a big gain there as they try to go take this lead.
Now a run on first down. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. On play action. Now Herbert. He's got it at the 7. And he's into the end zone. Will Dissly. Touchdown, L.A. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. Dicker, good with the extra point. And the Chargers go up by 7. It is now 17-10. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Moss. And he'll be brought down at the 32 after a short pickup. Second down and 8. They go once more with Moss. He's got room to the 45. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
A run over center with Moss. And he's able to sidestep his way forward and pick up 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. The Chargers have it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, But before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. On the option, they give it to Henry. And the defense, good job sticking to their rules. They didn't take their eyes off the running back, who gains nothing.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman, sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
They'll drop to throw. There is his tight end, Disley. It's a pickup of 12. First down, L.A.
And that first down should all but do it, Mike. With only one remaining timeout, the defense just can't stop the clock enough. Got to imagine it's victory formation, and we're a couple kneels away from this game being over.
A couple of first downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it with Henry. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their second. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. Herbert to throw.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
3rd down and 9. They'll try to get this one on the ground. The Broncos going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. Clock stops with 1 minute and 6 to go in this one. The offense staying out there for this 4th down. To throw is Herbert. Open man, left side. He's got it. And he's going to have the Chargers 1st down. They find a way to convert on 4th and 10.
And after that first down throw, Mike, it's really a deflating moment of the defense. They understood the urgency of getting off the field and getting the ball back to their offense. Here we are under 2 minutes in a one-possession game.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So this one is over. It's in the win column for the Chargers. They are moving on in these playoffs. Won't have a long time to celebrate this one. If you get right back to work for the divisional round. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Chargers are winners here as we